Hello, right, I watched Pat's video today about his top 5 favourite bands, and then Macasaur's video response to it as well. And I was thinking, it's probably time I did one, but the thing is, I can't think of my top 5 bands, so what I've decided to do is to do my top 10 favourite albums, but in no particular order, just the top 10 albums I love a lot. First album is Shikari's Common Dreads. Shikari, if you don't know them, they're very hard to describe. I'm just going to say sort of dance metal, that's what I'm going to say, but a lot of you will argue against it and whatnot, but they incorporate sort of heavy screaming guitars, whatever, and dubstep and drum and bass in the other half, and sort of boom it together. This album is so different to anything I've ever heard before. I think the band as a whole are really different anyway. They're amazing live, but this album just crushes music genres boundaries, basically, because it doesn't fit into anything and there's nothing else like it, so that's why it's in my top 10. Next album, Animals as Leaders, self-titled album. This album I've got into pretty recently, probably about a month or so, and I've been listening to it pretty much non-stop. I love this album. It's so different. Animals as Leaders is an instrumental band, like progressive metal, rock. Then they have songs that sort of, they have a lot of classical and jazz influence in this album, and I did a track review a few days ago, or a week ago, I don't know, but I did a track review of Point to Point, which if you listen to that track, that sums up the album pretty much, because it's all the genres, all the different genres and styles in the one song, so it's pretty good. But this album's really, really good. Only one guy wrote the whole lot of the album, and then he uses people for live, so that's why I really like the album. Next album is Silver Sun Pickups' Swoon. This album, I got Pat to review it for me. This album I love. I mean, this is probably one of the albums I can sit and listen to no matter what my mood is, just sort of sit there, lay on my bed and listen to the album all the way through from start to finish. I think it's quite unique, the type of the guitar tones, and definitely his voice that Pat didn't like, but I really, really like. It is quite feminine, but yeah, I can see the plus sides to it. But Silver Sun Pickups, great band, I definitely recommend them. Next album is commercial, so it's not embarrassing, and it is 30 Seconds to Mars's This Is War. This album, I think, is probably one of the best albums I've heard. I like the whole thing they're aiming for with the whole sort of epic song. I mean, like, what I mean by that is sort of very, very big, very, very big choir, and sort of just very extremely uplifting, and just sort of puts you in a really good mood. Nearly faultless, I think. Right, next album, Scale the Summits, Carving Desert Canyons. This is another band I did a review for. I did a review for this album, I believe, so I'm not going to say much, but you can check out my review down here. I'll put it down here as well. But, or maybe I'll put it there, and then my Animals as Leaders one's there. Oh, there we go, I can do that. But yeah, and no annotation fail, as correctly pointed out by Macasaur. But yeah, Carving Desert Canyons by Scale the Summit. Genesis's Trick of the Tail. This album is really, really good. I think it's released 73? 73? Yeah, I think I'm right in that. Let me have a quick browse. Oh, 76. Okay, right, but yeah. But yeah, this album I love. It's only like 8 tracks, but I could listen to it from start to finish. I love the production in this. It's quite old, but the production in it's really good for this sort of thing. Very different. It influenced a lot of like sort of the instrumental, odd timing sort of bands, particular favourite song is Dance on a Volcano. Yeah, but let's see where you go with that. Next album, right, the last 4 albums are albums I liked a while back and I've got back into again, but they're still really, really awesome. First one, Panic at the Disco, is pretty odd. I did a review for this last night, but yeah, I'm not going to say much, so I can put my review bang in this corner. So yeah, the final 3. First one, Kings of Leon, Only by the Night. Listening to this album pretty much the entirety of the October-December period of 2009, and I love it to bits. My favourite track is Closer, the first song, with the cool bass line at the beginning, but I'm Manhattan as well. But yeah, anyway, get back on the subject. I really like this album. It's quite different. It's sort of Kings of Leon sort of maturing a little bit, I think. Sort of really nice guitar, sort of fuzzy, a bit different, and some really nice bass work in the album. Yeah, by the Follow Will group. But yeah, second to last, or the penultimate album, Blink-182's Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. This is quite commercial again, and quite well known, but Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, I love this album. I mean, I'd sort of gone off Blink for quite a while, like about 2-3 months, but I listened to it again about 2 weeks ago, and it's just immense. I love it. It's so cheery. A couple of little down songs. Not by down, I mean songs, sort of sad songs. Not down as in bad. I love all the songs. My favourite track on this album is Shut Up. Just, oh, I love it. But nice guitar work. If you notice, all the vocals are double tracked, but they're double tracked very, very well. But yeah, you can hear it quite a bit. Last album of this sector of my top 10 albums is another commercial one, I'm afraid, but oh well, what can you do? It's Paramore's Brand New Eyes. This is their most recent album, and I just think it's very inspiring. The different types of riffs and different types of chords they use is completely different from anything else, I think. Compared to Riot, this is much more mature, and I don't know, I just really, really like it. It gets me in the mood for writing. I'm not sure why. Probably because I watched the DVD as well when I first heard the album. But I don't know, I just really, really, really enjoyed the album. The chords they use are very, very odd and very different. They're really, really nice chords. A lot of nice songs in the album. My favourite of which is probably Careful. I think Careful's probably my favourite song. But I don't know, I think it's just a very different album. I know it's a tad commercial, but what can you do? Yeah, I think that's it. So I've got Animals as Leaders here. No. Yeah, Animals as Leaders. No. Carver Desert Canyon review here. Animals as Leaders point-to-point review here. And down here, I've got my Pretty Odd review, if you want to check them out, because they're in this sort of sector. But yeah, you'll be seeing me tomorrow again, because I've sort of been a bit naughty and did a video today instead of tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know what album to review. If you have any requests, shove them down here. But at the moment, I'm thinking Genesis. But go with what you want. I don't really mind. Just sort of, if you have any requests, just chuck them at us and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, that's my top 10 albums. I hope you like them. If not, tell me why. If you do like them, also tell me why. It's good to get some feedback. But oh, and thanks for Microsoft for putting the video response on his Microsoft vlog channel. It's nice to see we get a bit of praise, and it's nice to see he thinks we should have more subscribers. Hint, hint. But yeah, hope you enjoyed my top 10 albums. See you later.